So why is it a bad idea to master your emotions? This whole idea of mastering our emotions. And I'm going to give you two specific examples here because there's one framework of thinking of, okay, I have to be mastering my emotions. I can't show any emotion. Emotion is a sign of weakness. Now, having an emotion is an involuntary response. When you have a reaction, and your reaction to your emotion, that is something different. So the involuntary action to your emotion or the awareness around your emotion are two distinct things. And it's something to keep in mind because we can have an emotion, like you can have a trigger that somebody is consistently saying something about you, and it could be the same somebody, it could be a parent, it could be a loved one, and then you go into the work environment and maybe your boss is saying the exact same thing that your mom used to say when you were 7, that's a trigger. So you could actually suppress that emotion, but after a period of time, that's actually going to come up, and guess what? You're going to harbor feelings like resentment or anger or frustration, and then you're going to react. So the involuntary response or the actual reaction to that emotion is very, very important. Now, what if you were able to address your emotion and be aware of where that's actually coming from? Okay, so why is it that this emotion from this particular somebody, why is that actually bothering me? Why do I actually feel that way? Those are the differences between being able to master your emotions and being able to understand your emotions. And when you're understanding your emotions, you could actually process them, not hold any grudges, not hold any resentment, and let it go.